Good morning. My name is Anya Grahovsky. I'm artistic director and founder of musical bridges around the world. My husband and I have a friend who used to come to our house every Sunday for multiple years. And while he was visiting with my husband, I had no idea, what to cook for them. And I decided maybe I'll go back to my roots and I start making pancakes. So I've been practicing making pancakes for more than a year every Sunday, and I became quite good at it. So now my pancakes, they're lacy and perfect and light, and I love doing them. It became a family tradition. You know, where there's food, there's people. You have to share beautiful food with beautiful people. And so I started inviting people on Sunday just for pancakes. It became sort of another tradition. And today I have very special guests, very talented young musicians from different cultures, different countries, and I'm a big fan and admirer of them, and I can't wait to share my food with them and actually maybe put them to work. Let's see what pianists whose hands are so precious can actually do in the kitchen.
Привет, меня зовут Татьяна Дорохова. Я из России. Я приехала в Америку 2 года назад. Я очень рада вернуться в Сан-Антонио, насладиться теплой погодой и теплотой людских сердец. И очень рада поделить сцену с прекрасными пианистками Yungyung Choi и Yungyung.
Татьяна, здравствуйте, очень приятно вас видеть в моем доме.
Взаимно.
I wanted to ask you, I know you grew up in a family of musicians, right?
Yeah.
So me too. My parents were musicians, and they forced me into piano because I believe they wanted 3 componists in the family because they were violinists. What's your story?
My story is the following. My parents are both playing Russian folk instruments, and they brought me to the music school for general education. But when I graduated from the music school, my father started, how to say, he told me that I should do anything else but music.
Why?
Because
Why did you say that?
He was worrying about my future because musicians don't get much money and they are mostly suffering. But I was stubborn and I just had a passion for music, and I decided to follow this path because for me the music is an essence of life.
Well, are they proud of you now, your parents?
Of course. So it's better to listen to the parents' words not all the time, and just to follow what you want and follow your heart.
That sounds great. Oh, I've been forced. My parents made me practice. They would tell me, if you don't practice, there's no Christmas, there's no practice, there will be no birthday party. Like everything was so conditional.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sad.
I didn't do it to my son after that. Tatiana, I've heard that you're working on entire Beethoven sonata cycle. Why, Tatiana? Why it's an enormous undertaking. Why did you decide to do that?
Yes, it's quite challenging and demanding, and I just love the music so much, and it was my dream since I was 15. It shows the purity of human spirit, and I don't know. I just I just think that Beethoven's music is like a gift to humanity.
That's a good way to put it. Do you want to play a little excerpt?
Yes, I'll play Ariosa from Beethoven Sonata number 31.
大家好，我是郭蓉蓉，我来自中国，目前就读于上海音乐学院。我最近一周度过了很愉快的一周，也是很繁忙的一周。我们现在正在和我的朋友 Tatiana 还有 Yungyung 一起演出，目前正在美国的圣安东尼奥。
Yungyung, so you grew up in China?
Yes.
I think currently China is the country which has most pianists in the world, probably. A lot of people play piano in China, right? So how did you get into piano? Why piano? Why not some other instrument?
Actually, in the first beginning, it's because my father let me to play the piano because he think that piano is the good, best activity to practice our mind. So I practice it, and then I get some competitions awards. So my father think, okay, maybe I can go further. So now I become professional.
So when did you fall in love with music? When it becomes part of you?
Actually, very, very late. I encountered a very, very good professor when I entered to the university, and I think he really led me to have a very special and another view to look at the music world. So I like the story, because it's the only things accompany with me in my childhood. So my professor, he will combine the story with the music, and then he will explain to me how to understand the music.
Yeah.
So that makes me suddenly, I just feel that I don't hate the music.
You don't hate it? It's still not hated, and from love, there's a big difference.
Yes, but at that time, I just did not hate. But how I feel, I love music. After the competition, I tried, and I have the free time, and I tried the normal life, like the people that they were go outside and they were with the friends.
It sounds like she's in prison, like when I go outside.
And watching the movie and blah blah blah, but I cannot find the passion and cannot find the story like what I find in the music.
Right.
So at that time, I suddenly, oh, I think I need to do something for the music. So I have a sense of I want to transfer what I discovered to the audience, and what I discovered in the beauty things in the music world to the audience. I think that will be very interesting.
Yes. And the relationship with professor actually in music is very special, right? It's like a spiritual leader becomes, right? Because we all, I believe music is sort of a circle of on the way, it's the same spirituality, same religion, even, because no matter what country you were born and what politics or whatever it is, all musicians are very much alike. And me too. I just lost my professor who did the same for me a long time ago. When I was 16, he fell me in love with music, and he just passed away. And I'm going to create a special award in his name for the Gurwitz next competition, just to keep his memory. That's a great story. So thank you for sharing it.
Thank you.
Okay, so something very, very hard, please. Very difficult, technically.
And I think the Ligeti Etude, the Devil Staircase.
That kind of explains already. Staircase of Devil, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, you can just select staircase. It goes from bottom up multiple times.
안녕하세요. 피아니스트 최영선입니다. 산 안토니오에 좋은 피아니스트 친구들과 함께 연주를 하러 와서 굉장히 재밌는 경험을 하고 있는데요. 이런 경험을 가능하게 한 피아니스트 아냐께 정말 감사하다는 말씀을 꼭 드리고 싶습니다. 이 콩쿠르를 통해서 저희가 정말 좋은 기회들을 많이 얻고 있어서 앞으로도 계속 이런 활동들을 아냐를 통해서 이어갈 수 있게 됨에 너무 감사합니다.
Young Sun,
Yep.
you grew up in South Korea. How did it happen that you became a pianist? And what kind of, can you describe what happens to a 6-year-old child who is born in South Korea? You're from Seoul, right?
Yeah.
And who takes you by the hand and takes you to, what is it, private teacher or music school? How does it work?
Where I first encountered the piano was actually in the kindergarten because the teachers always play the piano and they taught us a lot of songs to sing. And I found that just playing the piano is fascinating. And I asked my mom if she could teach me how to play the piano. But she said, well, maybe I can read music, but you'd better go to find a good piano teacher. So that's how I started. And at the age of 7, I tried a very small competition. It's a very small local one.
Mhm.
And I played one of Clementi's sonatinas. Yeah, I played da dee da da.
Yeah.
And then I got the first prize there.
Wow.
And that was my first time being on stage and people applauded, and I just loved that experience. And right after that moment, I just called my mom and, Mom, I'm gonna be a pianist.
Wow.
So I went to Seoul Arts High School, and then I entered Seoul National University, which I believe is the best in South Korea. But the thing is that I was failed to get in the when I first tried.
Mhm.
So I had a 1 gap year. That was really difficult for
I
me.
did too, so I can relate
Yeah,
to that.
but I think that year was crucial for me because I learned how to be humble and how to be grateful for every opportunities provided to me. So I really appreciate that I had that kind of, difficult moments in my life.
An awakening.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when was the first big public performance for you?
I think it was after I entered the middle school, because they have all kinds of great performance opportunities for students. But I wasn't that good, and
That's very honest. Right?
yeah, I wasn't that good, honestly. And every year they select about 50 pianists, and I was like number 30 or between number 30 and 40. But to get into Seoul National University, I have to be in, within 15 pianists. So it was so hard. But, my teacher at that time, her name is Jungwon Moon, and she encouraged me to be confident. And I really appreciate that. Whenever I make mistakes, she said, well, everyone can make mistakes. It's about being yourself. Just believe in yourself, and it worked out. So yeah, I really have a good teachers in my life. Yeah.
So you're okay with the life of a pianist? So like very free, very little free time.
Yep.
No time to do what normal, because you see people do, right? You're okay with that. So you're happy when you practice. I know Tatiana, she played for us in the fall of this year. I mean, she would be just happy if we would just leave her alone and let her practice.
Yeah.
So are you the same way?
I agree with Tatiana. Because
So like 10 hours of practice is totally fine with you.
yeah, but still participating and being, one of the competitors is always stressful.
Sure.
And that's why we're so desperate to practice as much as we can.
Yeah.
But I think just spending many times for practicing and being alone can be hard, but I think it fits with my personality. I'm kind of a calm person, and sometimes it's really hard to be with people that I don't know that well. So yeah, that's okay with me.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
So at the competition, you played one piece, which like blew my mind.
Yeah.
What was it? It was so difficult. What was that?
That was written by Australian composer Carvine, and I played his piano sonata number 1.
Can you do a little bit of that?
Yeah, I can
Like
play.
the hardest part, of course.
Well, then I should play his second movement.
Okay.
My
Wow.
fingers are not moving well.
Oh, they're
but-
moving pretty well. You don't have to worry about it. So why is that hard? Even like for pianist on your level.
Yeah, just to make these two voices even is really hard. They're unison, but at the same time, there are some melodies going on the top and some accents in the bass. So I have to maintain three different layers at the same time. So rhythmically, I think it's really hard.
So it's sort of polyphonic, but
Yeah.
like our century now, which is totally different language, more
Yeah.
more chaotic than it was
Right.
in the Bach's time, right? Let's face
Yeah,
it.
it sounds like bugs are everywhere.
Right, you're right.
For it sounds like computer
Yeah.
music.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Lavignac. Okay. Looking forward. Let's do Lavignac. Thank you very much. That was a lot of fun. We can go and finish the pancakes.
Yeah,
Finally.
Finally.
finally.